what I'm going to do is I'm going to lead in with one of the reasons, and again, this is a story we covered on this show a couple weeks back. Whenever I see a mass shooting, okay, whenever I see an incident where a parent kills their children, their whole family, and murder, suicide, male or female, the first thing that I begin to question is what, guys? What kind of pharmaceutical medications was this person on? That's number one. Numero uno. I don't ask if they've had a history of domestic abuse. You know why? Because the vast majority of people that even have a history of domestic abuse, when it's one of these things where it's like you kill everybody and then you try to kill yourself, that's not what that is. Usually the kids are not involved in that, unless, again, you add that layer of these medications and psychotropic drugs that are advertised constantly on television, in magazines, while you're scrolling on all the little apps. They don't get banned on social media. They're a mega money machine. A mega money machine. Doesn't matter which one you talk about. Okay? And that's why, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna try not to get emotional, because it turns my stomach every time I have to talk about this. And then I have to look at pictures of the kids that got murdered by their mother. And this should be front page everywhere. This is what they should be harping on, instead of that Murdaugh murder trial. And look, do I think it's a tragic event when a father allegedly kills his wife and his child? Yeah, absolutely. Whoa, 100%. But in that case, it's they were a wealthy family, and his son had killed somebody else in an accident. He was disliked. It's something that can be on a true crime podcast. Ooh. Let's look at this. So a woman, 32 years old, gets diagnosed with postpartum depression. Now look, I'm not saying that it's easy and that medications should not be used in some cases when somebody has some type of depression or mental illness. I think that they should be used sparsely, and when they are used, they should be used in a very serious manner. In other words, there's some gravity to that. I don't think they should be, again, advertised on any sort of popular media, period. That's not where they belong if they're medicine, right? And especially if they're not day-to-day medicine, but they're medicine that needs to be prescribed by a physician. Okay? Okay, I'm glad that's better. So, let's just read this. What drugs was... This woman killed her children, 3 children, strangled them to death, and then ended up trying to kill herself. And we're not going to play the audio, but I'm going to, I'm going to read this. This is what she was medicated with from October to January. This is 2 months. 2 months. Reddington says that between October and January, Clancy was prescribed a dozen medications. Zolpidem, which is sold under the brand name Ambien. Clonazepam, which is sold under the brand name Klonopin. Diazepam, which is sold under the brand name Valium. Fluoxetine, which is sold under the brand name Prozac. Lamotrigine, which is sold under the brand name Lamictal. Lorazepam, which is sold under the brand name Ativan. Mirtazapine, which is sold under the brand name Remeron. Quetiapine fumarate, which is sold under the brand name Seroquel, and Trazodone. Now you look at those kids right there. Is anyone going to prison other than that mother for those kids' deaths? Best case scenario, sometime down the line, there'll be some kind of a new lawsuit against these companies, and there'll be money paid out and NDAs signed, and that's disgusting to me. That should disturb everybody. We are captured. We are a captured society.
Get the whole story on Red Voice Media Premium using the link below, completely uncensored and ad-free.